VITALY LALETIN has competed twice at King of the Table and both times he displayed a lot of heart. VITALY gave us some of the best super matches that we have ever seen. Unfortunately, the results weren't in his favor, but us loyal fans of arm wrestling have nothing but respect for the gentle giant. VITALY vs ERMES was an absolute war which resulted in a 2-4 loss for the former. Right up to the last round, it wasn't clear who the winner is going to be. ERMES acknowledged to VITALY after the match that their strength levels were kind of similar, and that's why his initial plan to take VITALY's wrist failed. And then VITALY got exhausted and ERMES Gasparini won the super match. In this video, we are going to discuss 5 reasons why VITALY lost this super match and what is next for the Russian superstar arm wrestler. If you end up liking the video, then please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Reason number 1 for VITALY's loss. ERMES Gasparini was the stronger and the better arm wrestler. There is just no way around it, and that's the biggest reason for VITALY's loss and Gasparini's win. Number 2. VITALY was not fighting for the grip enough. You can see that in this second round, ERMES clearly has a dominant position before the go, and VITALY just clamped his fingers and he didn't even move them, while ERMES on the other hand was constantly re-gripping and trying to find a better grip before the go. What VITALY is doing here by staying idle is not something that you do in today's super match world when the rules are really loose and you get warnings instead of fouls, multiple warnings, multiple fouls. It is just not a wise decision to not move before the go. Reason number 3. Whenever you are in this position, you don't let go of the hand of your opponent. Cobra Rhodes used to call this the exploding hand technique, and this is a very good weapon to damage your opponent's hand and wrist. What VITALY should have done instead of just pushing his hand down to get the slip when he realized that he couldn't get the pin without the straps is that he should have just held on to him and caused more punishment on ERMES Gasparini's hand and wrist. And this fact is clear from ERMES Gasparini's video that he uploaded the next day. He said that his hand and wrist are still hurting because VITALY's grip was insane and he wasn't letting him slip. Reason number 4. Fighting a losing battle. Devon Larratt famously said that you should never fight a losing battle, and this is exactly what VITALY LALETIN did in that super match. Everyone, including VITALY, knows that ERMES Gasparini is a completely different arm wrestler when he doesn't have the buckle on his hand. It was quite evident in the Levan Saginashvili match as well, when he got flash pinned by Levan when he had the buckle, and he stopped Levan every time when he didn't. Even in this match against VITALY, VITALY was able to flash pin him when ERMES had the buckle on his hand. And when he didn't, the story was completely different. Look at this 4th round. VITALY was even willing to go to a flop wrist press position to win this losing battle, which was never a wise decision, especially after you have seen ERMES Gasparini's style. This is where I believe that VITALY should have realized during the match that just laying down in that second round after a couple of initial hits which weren't unsuccessful would have been a much wiser decision to save energy and hit even harder in the 3rd and 5th and possibly the 7th round, which could have led to VITALY's victory. And this is something that all of the arm wrestlers didn't do properly in that King of the Table 9 card, is to utilize the fouls and the rule system properly. There were just not enough false starts from VITALY. He didn't lay down when he was in a bad position, and all of these things kind of led to his exhaustion. Reason number 5, a weak riser. It was quite clear in some of the rounds that VITALY's arm was also almost strong enough to hold ERMES. His pronation was good, but his riser was getting dumped, and that was a problematic thing for him. It was not a low hand top roll because VITALY did not start in that position. He was kind of forced in that position by ERMES Gasparini. And before the match, he was training his riser. We have seen that in his videos, but the training and the strength in the riser was just not enough. Reason number 6 when I think of it is VITALY LALETIN is not a full-time arm wrestler unlike ERMES Gasparini. He drives a truck. Initially, he hired some drivers which were doing the job, but right now he's also driving, so he doesn't have the time or the motivation to train as a full-time arm wrestler. And that is something that somehow, if he's able to figure out a way to work on it, if he's able to become a full-time arm wrestler, then he's going to gain some muscle, he's going to gain some weight and get even stronger, and everyone is going to be in trouble. And we can also talk about the pancakes. Maybe he's not on a really serious diet as some of the other arm wrestlers, but these are just assumptions. We cannot talk about them much. I'm a fan of Hermes Gasparini, so it was good to see him winning. But at the same time, I was in kind of a dilemma because I was also sad because I do not want to see VITALY lose. He's such a great personality, always laughing, always respecting others, and I just want to see him win more. So what's next for the Siberian monster? Number 1. AMC 6th on 23rd of December. Zaur Pezulaev is also going to be there. Is VITALY going to win for the third time and get some good cash? Somewhere around $15,000 to $20,000 if he's able to win the overalls as well. I hope he does, but I'm supporting Zaur as well. Once again, a very difficult situation for the fans. Number 2, we have the Devon Larratt match, which is looking highly unlikely as of now. If VITALY was able to beat Hermes, then Devon would have faced him. But right now, it seems difficult and Devon seems to be the favorite. VITALY may have just lost the biggest money match in his life. Number 3, we have Jerry Big Daddy Caderet. That is not going to be an easy match for VITALY, especially after seeing Dave Chaffee flop press through VITALY LALETIN. It's a difficult match. If VITALY wants a difficult match at East versus West, then this is the match to make. Gennady Quikvinia can also be another difficult match for the Russian. I would love to see that. Georgy Svetkov is also probably going to top roll VITALY. Can VITALY hold him off? Maybe, maybe not. Another extremely difficult match. And then we have Artyom Morozov. So there are many matches. And how about left arm dominance? When will VITALY start ruling the left arm wrestling world? Because there is no competition. Maybe Alex Kurdechek can do something. I think Morozov got nothing on VITALY. I think VITALY beats Dadikyan as well. VITALY would destroy Devon as well. So he should start making the left arm great once again and compete more at these events. And finally, VITALY is around 35 years of age. He is not getting any younger. So he needs to figure out a way to somehow become a full-time arm wrestler. I hope that arm wrestling gets big enough in next 4-5 years that there are many full-time arm wrestlers who can just eat, train, sleep and compete, and VITALY is also one of them. Thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe.